Alrighty then, hello there. Today is a Wednesday, and it's no secret that I don't really plan out these streams too super well. I don't know if you knew this, but right before I was like going live, I was like looking at like my library on like Steam and on my Switch. I'm like, oh, what's like something I haven't played on stream before? What is like something we can do? And you know what I decided? I decided to stream Brotato. Now you may be wondering, but Uncle Proton, what is Brotato? Well, I'll tell you. It's one of them vampire survivor like games, but you play as like a little like potato dude who shoots guns. Even though he looks kind of like an egg more than a potato, but you know it's neither here nor there. It's a fun little game. I figured, well, since I don't know what I'm gonna do today, when the heck else am I gonna play this? So I figured why not? We can play a little bit Brotato. And you know, if we're filling up to it, maybe we can switch things up. If we're up to it, it's another whatever kind of. It's gonna be whatever for a while, I think. It might not be whatever tomorrow though. I think I might actually start a video game that isn't like a roguelike for once. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine being on the stream and we play a thing that isn't like a one-off or a roguelike? Like what? That's crazy. But yeah, let's just get into it. But I actually do genuinely enjoy this game, Brotato. I've seen it played a few times, and I think it's cool. I think it's a neat little survivor like. In my mission to play every survivor like that isn't actually vampire survivors, I guess that is my goal in life. Here we go, Brotato. As you can see here, there is a lot of characters in this game that are playable, and I haven't even unlocked like half of them. I don't think. Or maybe I did. I don't know. I'm not good at math. It usually affects like their starting weapons, their stats, and you know sometimes they'll even have like a little bit of a gimmick to them. I think the blue means I beat. Does that mean I beat around with this dude? I think so. That might be the only one I've beaten around it. But yeah, lots and lots of dudes. I'm probably just gonna start off with like the standard Brotato, I guess. Yeah, we'll probably just start off with the well-rounded, which is +5 max HP, +5% speed, and +8 harvesting. And we can choose our starter weapon. I think what harvesting is, it means you get more like experience when you obtain pickups. I think, if I remember correctly. It's been a minute. We could have a knife, a stick, a cacti club, a ghost flint, a pistol, an SMG, a double barrel shotgun, a taser, or a wand. I'm probably just gonna start off boring with the pistol. And we have dangers. I guess we already did the first one. But I guess we'll do two. You can also choose endless if you want, but I'm not gonna do that right now. But yeah, here's the video game. It is indeed a vampire survivor game. But what I like about it is you can aim. I'm a big fan of these kinds of games when you're actually able to aim your weapon. It like brings me back to like the days of Robotron a little bit. I'm always kind of talking about Robotron. I should play Robotron one of these days. Well, you know, it's your standard fare. It's your standard fare. You shoot the things, you collect the things, you get the upgrades, you get more weapons. You played this kind of game before. It got pretty popular around vampire survivors. You hate aiming? Well, I also I don't dislike aiming, but I'm also not very good at it. Hello there, Fox. How you doing today? No, Twitch, I do not want a Crunchyroll subscription. I talked about that yesterday. I don't know. That's like permeating everybody's like chat box, even mine. It's like subscribe now. But what do you mean subscribe to myself? I like to think we're all subscribed to ourselves. You know, invest in yourself or whatever the saying is. But yeah, hello there, Fox. Hope you're doing well. We're just hanging out with some Brotato. I'm gonna up my damage actually. And here we go to this screen and we could choose whatever we desire using the currency we've obtained. You could either get passive items or new weapons. I think I'll get the attack speed and we'll get another pistol. You can actually combine weapons if they have the similar rarities or tiers, whatever you concern it. Now we got 2 pistols. Yes, 2 pistols. We don't have a sub active in the moment. You're always kind of mentally subscribed because, yeah, who the fuck shows up to stream this consistently and isn't mentally subbed? Exactly. It's like a spiritual subscription, you know, in your mind and soul. You are subscribed to this channel. Speaking of subscriptions, I actually did add a new emote today that for followers, and it's probably one of the worst things I've ever created in my entire life. It's basically just bear hugger, but with like realistic teeth. I don't know what possessed me to make such a horrible thing, but that is indeed in the chat right now. I also finally updated the sub badges, actually. I used some of the, as you know, our local Canadian scoots made some field-themed sub badges that are now available. I also tossed in some of my own, and there's kind of a through line. Like, I'll probably end up replacing them at some point, but you can kind of tell which ones I made versus the ones the Scootathan made. It's pretty obvious. But yeah, that is this thing we have right now. That is a stupid as fuck sentence. Your mind and soul are part of the stream. Exactly. It's like if you die playing a video game, your soul gets trapped within the video game. This is getting kind of dark. Anyway, yeah, potato. We ended up picking up a medicine gun, which I think ups our healing, I believe. I probably should have actually read what it does. If you want, you can also just go complete auto aim. If you want the full like Vampire Survivors experience. I always kind of appreciate this game's art style. It reminds me of like old Flash games, like very like Binding of Isaac and whatnot. Alien Hominid is gonna show up any second now, I believe. There we go. More like Dodgeg. Dodge. You're correct. You get range, but we can also we also get sometimes a higher rarity worth of upgrades. We can either have more lifesteal, more speed. I always want speed in these kinds of things because I feel like I'm seconds away from just being caught up by everything in a 5-mile radius. Medical gun. Yeah, it has lifesteal, the medical gun, so that's kind of cool. I'm gonna get the double-barreled and another medical gun. And here's what we can do. We could actually combine our weapons together to give them... Oh, wait, I got a laser gun, not a medical gun last time. I can't read, even. Now we got 4 weapons. Me when Proto forgets to stream even though it's Wednesday. Come on, start the stream. I'm waiting. Oh, sorry. Oh, whoopsies. I forgot to put on the going live notification. Whoopsies. Anyway, family joke. Hello there, Scoot. How you doing? Glad you can make it. How you doing on this fine day? We're playing Brotato. The most requested video game. Truly. But no. Yeah. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but we do indeed have some new stuffs in the stream. We finally put in those sub badges that are things that exist now. And if you ever feel so inclined, there's also follower emotes of Bear Hugger with horrible realistic teeth. So that's, you know, that's fun. That's fun. Generations have waited for Brotato. I know. Every time I like walk outside my door, it's just like a mob of people. Where's Brotato, Protozo? Where's Brotato? Like, I'm sorry. I'll get you your Brotato. I'll get you your dang old Brotato. Actually, no. I'm like a huge villain, so I'm like, get off my lawn. You. I just make those noises. I don't actually like say anything. I'm just going. Grr. Waiting for Proto to play Sonic Forces on stream purely to spite you. Scoots. That would spite. I think that would playing Sonic Forces would spite me, actually. Hey, I said it before. There's a good chance that our next Sonic-related thing is like Sonic Unleashed on the Wii. That's right, the Wii version. That's the one I grew up with. That's the one I played. I didn't. For the longest time, I didn't even realize that the Xbox 360 version of the game was even different. I thought it was like, wow, Sonic Unleashed is kind of a crazy video game. I can't believe they would release it like this. But no, it was just the Wii version, just the Wii. So, I guess maybe look forward to that, maybe or not, depending on how you feel about Sonic Unleashed on the Wii. I guess, I don't know. How doth I collect my sub badge? I don't know. It should be showing up automatically. Hold on, let me. Oh god, I hope I didn't like put all them in and then I forgot to hit save or something. Let me go check the dashboard real quick. Hold on. Hang on. Let me take a look-see at this real quick. Oh god, no! I gotta pause my stream. You don't want to hear two of me. I don't think it's worth hearing one of me, let alone two of me. It shows a badge and it says I have one, but I don't. Oh, what is it? Oh, there it is. There's Bear Hugger. God, That's easily one of the worst things I've ever made. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what I was thinking with that. I don't even know what I was thinking. It's oh man, how the heck do I even look at badges? I don't even remember where I went to go to get to do it. Oh god. Well, as long as they're implemented, I guess. But it's weird that you wouldn't have one. Crazy. Same with the name. You see your badge? Oh, I don't see it either. Great. Weird. Oh well, whatever. But anyway, it's just it's just a bunch of spiels, including the ones that you made. Unless you're meant to be seeing a different one. Yeah, there's a different one that I put in individually. Oh well, we'll worry about that later. Let's continue with this for now. I think I accidentally chose luck when I didn't want. Oh, let's get a flamethrower. You think the founder badge is overriding it? Oh, really? We're gonna also get more trees for healing. I hope that's not the case, because that's pretty lame, but that's true. We'll get some more healing. I'm getting a bunch of healing right now. Okay, now we have a flamethrower, yeah. The thing is about these kinds of games is that, like, you think that things are going well, and then suddenly you just get mobbed and surrounded by a bunch of things you're unable to kill. It's like, damn, I guess things weren't going as well as I once proposed. But that might actually be the case. The founders thing might actually... I thought it would show both. You would think it'd show both, but I don't know. Weird. But anyway, they are indeed there, and there's just a bunch of... They're just like... It's like a mix of like Spiel edits and like sprite rips of Spiel. they're from like different... Sometimes some different like sprites, entirely different games. It's kind of a mess, not gonna lie. It's kind of like a huge mess, but I guess that's a thing. It says you have it on one screen on your badge screen and you don't have it, so maybe it just needs a day. I guess so. I did just do that barely today, so oh, hello bear hugger. That's gonna jump scare the crap out of me every time I see that. every time I see that, it's gonna be like, oh shit, oh god, it's bear hugger. Why does he have teeth? I don't know. I thought I got a little bit. I've been needing to charge this for a little while now. I don't know. I thought it'd be kind of funny. I thought it'd be funny for him to have like fucked up teeth. I guess they're not even really fucked up. Those are some nice pearly whites, but they look pretty uncanny on bear hugger. I don't know. I just thought, well, like, what if I had like a very aesthetically unpleasing emotes added to this channel? That's just like no one would ever want to use in their right mind. But it's there anyway. It is certainly there anyway. Much like this stream. This stream is here anyway. Despite it all. Ish. Kill. That's kind of this game in a nutshell. Oh, there's also drops you can get and get like cool stuff. Definitely gonna pick those up. I think the way it works is that you gain. I don't know if you do automatically collect some of the like radiation or whatever this is supposed to be. That drops. Plus the melee damage, plus one ranged damage. I got a hedgehog. I got Sonic. We're playing a Sonic game. I'll take it. Make that my Discord profile picture. I don't think I should do that because that's like, like you log into the Discord and you suddenly just get jump scared by fucking bear hugger. that's like too scary, too spooky for me. Piercing damage. How much damage do we have right now? Actually, we got a whole like list of stats on the right over there. We have 17 damage. 17% worth of damage, I guess. I think it goes for some piercing. That'll probably help out a bit. Okay, I did get rid of our some of our regeneration for what I forget why. I think it was for luck, which I don't even really know what luck does. It's one of those. Luck is always one of those vague stats where it's like where I know in like Fire Emblem terms, it's one of those things where you either notice it and it makes zero difference, or you do notice it and it makes like every difference ever. I don't know what it's like for this game, but I got it anyway. Darn it, I got it anyway. But yeah. I feel like if you really wanted to, if you're like a streamer who like streams like a lot of roguelikes, you could probably just like make like an entire. You could probably have just stream this kind of genre of survivor like game and probably like never run out of material. A lot of these still being made these days. I actually don't know, because I know it was like a huge thing for a while to be like you gotta make your vampire survivor like crit and dodge but minus range. How much range do we have? Sure. We'll up our range damage. Range and attack speed and minus lifesteal. Sure. Another chance to do 11 damage to a random enemy when an enemy dies. Yes, and more trees. I guess the changeable staff sucks because it's always super vague, and even when it's super, you're not really sure what's different. Yeah, to kind of go back to the Fire Emblem thing I mentioned earlier, is that it's one of those things where if you have really high luck, then it's like damn, because it affects stuff like crit chance. And in a game like that, you definitely don't want to be crit, otherwise your units are dead forever. Unless you're playing on casual, I suppose. But then otherwise, it's like, who cares about luck? it either matters or it doesn't. I guess it kind of matters. It depends on what kind of game you're playing, but I think for this, it probably like affects drops, maybe. Maybe like makes it so that different rarities appear more often. Like higher tier rarities of items and whatnot, perhaps. Oh boy. Okay. We're getting there. We're going up to round 9. I forget how many rounds there actually are. I think there's like 24, it said. Your resubs tomorrow, so I'll probably fixed by then. I guess we'll see. The only game you can think of where luck has made a notable difference is Clover Pit, which is a roguelike slot machine game. It's really good. Play it on stream at some point, Proto. Okay. Yeah, I play so many roguelike games which are kind of almost like slot machines, so might as well cut out the middleman, you know. You'll see why I make Clover Pit the most requested game. Oh boy. You'll win every time with DQ3, but Clover Pit is very cool. What was that other slot machine roguelike? It was called like Luck Be a Landlord. Is it kind of similar to that? It's only a demo right now? Oh, I see. I'm just going to recycle this. I think plus 25 damage against bosses and elites. I think we definitely do want that. We have minus armor right now, which is probably going to get us killed real good, so we're probably going to want that. To come out sometime this year, apparently. All right, why not? Luck Be a Landlord is great. Inspired by Latro and Clover Pits. I can imagine so, if they're both slot machine games. Plus 3 max HP. Start the next wave with 1 HP. How even dare you? I don't really want anything here. I don't really have like a melee build going on. I'm mostly focused on range damage. You have 1 melee damage, so I probably don't want to worry about that. Inherently kind of, but in terms of theme, it's entirely different. Clover Pit is a horror theme. Seems like it takes some inspiration from Inscription and Buckshot. Oh, that sounds actually really interesting. Have you played Balatro? I can't remember. I played it like so many times on stream. What do you mean? I haven't played it in a while. I haven't played it in a while. I'm waiting for that. There's apparently supposed to be like a big gameplay update that comes out sometime this year. Although when Local Funk said that, like, oh, there's going to be a gameplay update next year, I kind of thought it'd be a little bit sooner. But you know what? I don't mind waiting. We could honestly, we should probably play more Balatro on stream because there's like a bunch of mods at this point. I've seen some really cool mods out there for the game. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm saying I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I died. Oh well. But hey, well, there's a bunch of other dudes. We can go for a try out Melee. Maybe should I just like show up with some like Balatro tomorrow and like try out one of the mods? If they're okay. This is a question to you Balatro players out there. If there's like any mods you would like for me to check out on the stream for Balatro, what would you think would be cool? I know one of the mods was like, what was it called? The Cryptid mod? I heard that one's interesting. There's also like a Vine Sauce mod that adds a bunch of Vine Sauce references in the form of cards and stuff and jokers. It takes inspiration from Buckshot Roulette, which takes heavy inspiration from Inscription. I know Buckshot's also one of those games that I swear I was gonna play, but then still haven't. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Let me post what your fucked up cryptid scores. All roguelikes trace back to Inscription and Luck B. Including this one? Cryptid is fun as hell because it turns the game from sensible just stupid big numbers. Oh boy. I already think that Balatro is not very sensible with the kind of insane numbers again. That is, oh man. Freaking scientific operation. What? Just 7. Oh, I didn't read. I did. I read that too quick and I thought, like, why is Benzano talking about being bricked up? Oh no. He bricked this PS3. This is Isaac, I say. Which sucks because you haven't played it. You should. Isaac's great. I know you're probably gonna be like, but I'm not good at video games. I don't care. Play Isaac anyway. It's amazing. It's my favorite roguelike. The cryptid is entirely balanced around the concept of a lack of balancing, just like Loadout. Anybody remember Loadout? I miss Loadout so much. They just do it a fucking call it a day. That sounds like a blast. Maybe we should do that tomorrow, since I clearly don't have any other plans. I think that might be a good time. But anyway, I switched over to different characters. I was playing Well-Rounded, which is kind of like your basic starting character. I could kind of lean into whatever, but this guy's all about melee. He's all about feast. Welcome to the Fist Factory. Hell yeah. Mix in 500 other mods and make it hell. We could maybe do that at some point, but I think when it comes to mods, I usually like focusing on one thing at a time. Who the fuck is Moonix? They come around the battery depleted. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll explain who Moonix is in a second. All right, I got my charger. Are they that one person who joined in one chat, who sent in one chat and then joined the Discord? No, that was somebody else. Moonix has been around the stream a couple of times, but they mostly kind of hung around. I think they hung around Benzano's streams a lot, and they just kind of decided to join randomly. Or is that the same person who was there was like another person who was like stalking Mario? For some reason, I don't think that's them though. No, I think Moonix is mostly from Ben Zanner's chat. So, don't worry, they're not like corporate espionage or whatever. Okay, I had a surprising amount of trouble plugging in my charger. I was like, I kept flipping. I did the right-in thing. I literally did the right-in thing. There you are. Okay. So, we're probably gonna want a lot of speed as this character, if I'd imagine. I like being a landlord with mods. It has really good support for them, but there aren't many good mods available. But no, as I was saying with mods, I usually like to focus on one thing at a time. When it comes to like any sort of mod, like if I'm playing like a Minecraft mod, I usually like to just be focused on one at a time and maybe not like a huge mod pack like right away unless I get familiar with it, I guess. So for Balatro, I probably would do like one mod at a time, and then maybe someday we'll just like show up and just do a bunch of fucked up mods. We could do the hand, which gives us extra harvesting. I think that'll be good. And we could also afford another fist. So we are indeed the Fist Factory, like I said. Some actual sensible mods I can recommend are Card Sauce. Yeah, Card Sauce, that's the Vine Sauce one. Card Sleeves, best used alongside other mods, says it's not worth much on its own. Order Lab, and all just in paperback. Okay, yeah. Maybe we'll check out Cryptid tomorrow. That might be kind of fun. You play with a texture pack that turns all the capsules into Among Us, and one that turns the bee into a bee gun. What do you mean a bee gun? A gun that shoots bees? Sounds dangerous. It sounds dangerous for both the person on the receiving end and for the bees. So it just sounds like a bad time all around. That's crazy. But I think it might be a good idea to get in on some Balatro mods before that gameplay update comes out, because I got a feeling that's probably gonna break like everything. At least that's usually what happens when it comes to a lot of other games. You know, game updates, mods break, everything is crazy. We can upgrade our range. We have very little range right now, being the punchies that we are. This has lifesteal. This has melee damage and HP, but lowers attack speed. I think I can live with that. It also gives attack speed and range minus armor. Okay, there's pretty much a lot of the items in this game have a trade-off of some kind. It's just a texture pack, so it's still a bee, but no, it's a gun that looks like a bee. A gun that looks like a bee. I see. Just like the beach that makes you old. It's actually nothing like the beach that makes you old, but I just like to bring up the beach that makes you old sometimes. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta think about the beach that makes you old. Alrighty then. Engineering is good if you have like the means of spawning like turrets and stuff, but we don't have anything like that, so I'm just gonna want more range. Melee damage minus crit chance. I can live with that. Another fist. Another fist. Is this melee? This is melee. We'll just... Okay, we got a rock. I got a rock. I'm just gonna smack things on the rock. Does that sound good? And now we really are... We really are the fist factory. We got like 3 fists, a palm, and a rock. Aura indeed. I actually don't usually like playing as a melee character in this game because of the way they launch out these projectiles. I usually like to kind of keep my distance in a scenario like that, but this time, oh well, I guess. Alright, let's go for some HP regeneration and melee damage. You can always use more of that. Bait! Plus 8% damage. Special enemies appear at the beginning of the next wave. I can always do more damage. We got a plank, which is an explosive elemental melee weapon, and more range. Ooh. Choices. For the choices, the voices. Handed in that English project you were finishing on last stage. Loved it so much. Came at me at the end of the class and said, "Scoot, your project is amazing. I already know what I'm gonna grade it." Which is cool, but like I hate her. Damn. That does intend to throw a wrench in things. Like, wow, that's cool. Except I hate you. Like, damn. Life is Strange, the video game. Also, much like Isaac, your character does kind of get a little bit more mutated, more items you get, which is always fun. So it's always fun to see what kind of freak your character turns out as at the end of your runs. One sec, I am surviving. I am vampire surviving. Alrighty then. It keeps happening. All the teachers you hate and love, you don't know why. This is the 4th time. Well, like I don't know. But that's kind of. What? Hand 2 just dropped. Is this melee? No, that's ranged. I have I think a tree spawns a turret. I actually am gonna go with that. I think over all this other stuff. That sounds like good times. You never really got into Vampire Survivors? I like Vampire Survivors, but it's one of those things that I'm kind of surprised it got as popular as it did, because it is fun, but it kind of I think my take with Vampire Survivors at this point is that you could probably find a lot you know, games in that style that probably, you know, not really handle it better, but I guess handle it more in a way I prefer. Like this, I like the fact that you can aim while you shoot. And there's other stuff that plays around with it, like Deep Rock Galactic kind of Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, combining mining along with the survival gameplay. Got stuff like Halls of Torment, which has a Diablo aesthetic. In fact, I think there wasn't there like an entire indie game that was like all Vampire Survivor style combat, but it was like a full like Diablo style RPG. I'm pretty sure that existed. More HP generation. You saw Aliens Rock play the demo. It seemed cool, but you never got into it. It was just too much. It is too much. Vampire Survivors, especially if you get the DLCs, is one of those games that'll last you like forever. I haven't played any of the DLCs and I haven't played in a while, so I feel like I'd play it and be like, what's happening? It's just so overwhelming. There's a lot to it. It is a lot, and it's made like that way by design because a lot of it is well, it wasn't the game designed by like someone who used to work on pachinko machines, so they kind of put like a lot of slot machine kind of philosophy in the game, which is a big reason why it's one of the most addictive games ever made. I'm just gonna combine our fists to make a purple fist. More gain, more melee damage, more XP. That sounds good. Ooh, more damage minus max HP. Yeah, why not? But no, unless you're like a fan of Castlevania or Contra, and like are desperate for new material, because those games, Vampire Survivors actually does have a couple of crossovers. It's crossover with a couple other games too. Like it's also in Balatro as one of the Friends of Jimbo cards. I think there's also Among Us content in Vampire Survivors. So if you're into that kind of stuff, then yeah, if you enjoy strange crossover contents in your Survivor likes. I just sort of feel like that there's so many options for this new subgenre that came from that game that it might be difficult to go back to the original. Oh, and no, I haven't played it in a while. Among Us loves its collabs for some reason. Among Us is in like a surprising amount of things. Beast time one hit, sure. More melee damage. We can go for some armor, I guess. Another fist. Another day, another fist. Our attack speed is very much down in the gutter right now. And it's gonna go for, well, maybe I don't want to go further down the gutter yet for more melee damage. The max HP minus 1% damage. I guess we'll go with that for now. We can reroll. I do forget there's a reroll. Get more materials from recycling items. Sure. More damage minus max XP. Sure. Let's just go with that. But no, what is Among Us in overall? Because I know it's in Balatro, it's in Vampire Survivors. Is it in Dave the Diver? I'd be shocked if it wasn't in Dave the Diver, because I feel like Dave the Diver has crossed over with like everything at this point. It's crossed over with like Godzilla and Yakuza. And like I think Vampire Survivors? I actually don't know. But I know that every now and again you'll find an Among Guy. I wonder what the chances are for the next Smash Brothers game to have an Among Guy at least as like a Mii costume. I really thought that was gonna happen in Smash Ultimates at some point. Not gonna lie. And I'm like almost surprised that it didn't. There's a lot of dudes. I need a lot of things, I think. I apparently got an achievement. Kill 15 enemies with one explosion. I totally meant to do that. Okay, we're so behind on attack speed. We could use a lot more of that. Little muscly dude. This is my favorite item in the game. Little muscly dude. Plus melee damage, plus HP, minus range. Hell yeah, let's get little muscly dude, my favorite person. Little muscly dude. Curiosity, has anyone here actually ended up playing Date the Diver? Because I feel like it's one of those games I heard like a lot about when it first released, but I like don't really know what it's really about. I mean, I guess I can draw some conclusions that it's about a guy named Dave who's also a diver. Could probably fill in some blanks there. I guess I'm not entirely sure what the whole thing about it is, and where does Godzilla come into play? Because I know that there's a crossover with Godzilla. Does like Mr. Dave go dive down in like near Japan, and then he sees a giant lizard, like, oh shit. That's what he sounds like. That's what Dave sounds like, I suppose. You literally never heard of it until you mentioned it at the Game Awards. It was apparently pretty popular enough to be nominated for Best Indie Game when the year it came out. I've seen a lot of like streamers I follow. You know, they'd play it. Oh, I can play with my weapons on. I just realized I can play with my weapons on this menu. That's kind of silly. But you know, it's one of those things I haven't really participated in myself. Shoot 6 alien eyes around you every 3 seconds. Okay. This is a melee weapon. We could ooh, there's some. You know what? We have a lot of muns. We could actually afford to get some things here. I think I want the baby gecko and the spear level 2. Yeah, let's go with that. That sounds good. But no, that their Dave game is apparently popular enough to get, you know, crossovers, a lot of crossovers in the game itself, and you know, also crossover into other stuff too, including Bellatrix, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, I was never really that super tempted to check the game out. I just thought, like, oh, that seems cool, I guess. But I am kind of a little tempted to check it out now that there's a Yakuza crossover in the game that basically has like an entire like 2D sprite based beat 'em up based off of Yakuza, where you play as like Ichiban and I think Kiryu. And it's like, damn, that seems kind of cool actually. I almost wish it was its own thing. That seemed really cool. So that was kind of that was like the thing that made me interested in the Daves. Like, damn, 2D beat 'em up Yakuza. Why? That's brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? What's up, our dodge? Our crit chance is kind of in the gutter, but I'm not really going for a crit build right now, so I could do one more melee damage. HP generation minus luck. Our luck's in the drain anyway. Who cares? Let's do a reroll. Harvesting minus armor. Another fist. If we buy this, will it automatically combine? It does. We have negative 50 range damage, so we're probably not going to want to buy a laser gun. Let's see, recover from consumables. Sure. Do another reroll. We can get another hand. Have it combine into a blue hand. We'll combine our fists to make a red fist and buy a ghost flint, which is a melee weapon. Cool. Also, we gotta deal with an elite, which is a monster with a redonkulous amount of HP, of course. At least in this game, yeah, you don't actually have to kill the monster. You just kind of have to survive, and killing it is optional. Oh yeah, this thing. I always get hit by it because these strange stitch projectiles, whatever you would call them. We might be cooked. We might be a little cooked. We might be the slightest bit cooked right now. We gotta last about 30 more seconds. E minus. Our dodge chance is kind of coming in clutch right now. I saw the dodge pop up, and then it gets this attack when it does the ring of fire. The ring of fire. I'm fucking dying. 10, 9, 8, 7. Please. Ah, shite. What? Oh, did I unlock? Artificer. Explosion damage. Explosion size for every 1 elemental damage you have. Oh, okay. I guess I unlocked an explosive character. That's cool. I didn't think I... You know what? I actually kind of want to try that character. I like explosive weapons. That sounds kind of cool. Minus 100% damage and armor modifications are reduced by 50%. So it's kind of it's kind of like all explosions all the time with this guy. I'll try it. go with the shredder. I'm gonna keep going on danger 2. I'm gonna see how it turns out. This thing is slow. It's kind of the trade-off of starting off certain weapons that they are quite slow. It's not, well, actually it's not so bad. Not bad, pretty good. All right. I think what I really want to lean into this character is elemental damage, because he does get more explosive damage with elemental damage, I think, what it said. Or was the explosion size? I probably should read. Reading is good. Get more range. We got ourselves another shredder. I hope, I don't know how, choosing characters, like, affects... if it affects the kind of weapons you lean into, but I was kind of lucky getting another explosive weapon. It's like this dude's face. He's just happy to be here. He's just cool with it. Speaking of Balatro, which which we were talking about a little bit earlier, there's actually a Mario 64 mod that looks really interesting, or I should say a ROM hack, I guess. It's basically we can use. I guess we'll go with range damage. I could really use elemental damage. It basically turns Mario 64 into like a roguelike card game, where your buttons are assigned to different cards that give you different movement options. Like, you know, like press this button and you'll do like a backflip. It's called like Bazzer or something like that. It seemed pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty expensive. I think I want more weapons though. 35% to deal 1 damage to a random enemy when you pick up a material. That's damage. That is indeed damage. It seemed kind of interesting, and I saw that that Simple Flips fella play it. Check it out a little bit. It seemed pretty neat, but I don't know exactly how well I do it, because, you know, I play quite a bit of Mario 64, but it seems like the kind of maneuvers you'd have to make with the limited moveset are kind of crazy. But I do enjoy the idea of Mario 64 being turned into a roguelike. That seems just... Hey, look, elemental damage, the thing we need. And it's another shredder. Jeez, we're getting a lot of these. Not that I'm complaining. We'll get this, and I guess we'll get another baby elephant. I just love how the items in this game have, like, no real rhyme or reason. They're just kind of there. Like, you want a baby elephant item? All right. You got yourself a baby elephant item. That actually sounds pretty useful. When we get pickups, it deals damage, which we're always getting some of those. We're always getting a lot of those. That's like the name of the game in these Survivor kind of games, right? For like all kinds of things. Surprised it hasn't been done yet. It's surprisingly, I think it was done recently with there was like this I guess competition every now and again. So the Simple Flips guy I talk about, you know, he does a lot of Mario 64 stuff. Occasionally he'll host like a Mario 64 competition where to make some cool ROM hacks. And recently there was one that tries to iterate upon a fairly infamous ROM hack known as Chaos Edition, which just completely throws Mario 64 like off the rails, and all kinds of insane shit happens to you. And the base of it was like, you know, to create a Chaos Edition, create like a new Chaos Edition with like interesting mechanics. And I think that's where Bazzer came from. But I think there was actually also another roguelike hack that was made for that competition. So funnily enough, there was just like 2 roguelikes. Oh wait, oh no, that was minus elemental damage. I didn't want that. There were two Mario 64 roguelike hacks made like recently, thanks to that competition. So that's kind of funny. I do remember that there was a ROM hack actually that like gave Mario 64 like RPG elements, where I think you would like gain experience from killing enemies, and it would like unlock your moveset. I don't know if it was actually good or not, but I kind of considered checking that out on stream one day. I don't know if it's like any good or not, but it certainly sounds like an interesting thing. was kind of hankered for something like that, you know, something that combines like platforming and RPG elements. And the only things I can really think of that do something like that are like the first Kingdom Hearts that has a lot of platforming and like Blue Fire, I guess, which I guess is kind of more like a Zelda kind of thing, more, but it's kind of the only thing I can think of. Yeah, if you know the rule, if it has features, it can be a roguelike. True that. You can pretty much make anything into a roguelike. I'm trying to think, what is like something that you can't make into a roguelike? I'd probably say something like a city builder, except there's already a city building roguelike in the form of Against the Storm. And it's really freaking good. 8% chance to heal 1 HP when picking up a material, -1 range damage. I can live with that, I think. We could go for some attack speed, I think, and some better harvesting. Sounds all good. Yeah, look, more elemental damage. That's exactly what we need. And another shredder. That's exactly what we need. You played a calculator roguelike, yeah. Oh my god, I'm on fire. My dude's Guy Fieri. I remember I remember talking about that calculator roguelike. Unless there's multiple, which I guess I wouldn't be surprised. But no, I think that is like a legit question. I don't know if there actually is a genre you can't make a roguelike out of. Even if like one doesn't exist, you could probably like formulate it somehow. It's a very flexible genre, which is probably why it's one of my favorites. It's always fun seeing. I loved like in like some of the early days where people were just kind of throwing whatever at the wall when it came to the roguelikes. And I guess that still happens to this day, honestly, because you know. There's still always roguelikes where I was like, oh yeah, how come that's pretty interesting. More range. More trees. Yeah, that's a reroll. More exposure damage is exactly what we need. Another shredder. And I guess pickup range, that might actually be kind of cool. And that's probably good. You would say puzzle, but blueprints hit that perfectly. That is indeed a puzzle game roguelike. Well, is there a puzzle game roguelike that's like a match 3, like Bejeweled or something? Or say maybe even like Tetris? Because if so, I probably played the shit out of that. And that's not actually. Wait, isn't that one Shovel Knight game a roguelike puzzle game? Or is it just a puzzle game? Because I know there is a Shovel Knight game with a lot of puzzle elements that looks really cool. I should really check out at some point. This is unrelated to what we're talking about right now, but would you like? Do you have a name for that, for like the difference in those kind of puzzles, for like different puzzle genres? Because I know when you say puzzle, it can either mean like a game like a game like Blueprints where you're solving puzzles Resident Evil style, or a puzzle game like Tetris or like Bejeweled. Like I know for games like Bejeweled, I usually call them match 3, but I don't know what I call Tetris. I usually just call them puzzle, but there's probably like a maybe better terminology for that. More elemental damage, of course. We actually probably could use more speed. I'll just turn that shoots bullets. Okay, why not? And more knockback. Sounds good. Puzzle will probably be the hardest. Meticulously crafted puzzles and random roguelikes are pretty tough to match. Well, once again, there is Blueprints, which kind of already has that base covered, I feel. Tetris is a real-time space management puzzle. Yeah, we should adopt that right now. Welcome to the real space-time management. That sounds like something Kojima would come up with when Metal Gear was called what was it called? It was called like Tactical Espionage Action. Yeah, same idea. Bonza Garden. Okay, we got some weapons. We got some upgrades. We're kind of running all shredders right now, but I think it's working out. The explosions are doing some good work when they happen. It only happens like half the time, but when you got this many guns, who cares about statistics? Statistics? Who gives a crap about statistics? Oh yeah, there's trees everywhere now. This is perfect. If you don't know, trees do spawn these little healing fruits. And we just obtained an item that infinitely spawns them. It creates a little garden. Well, I don't know if it's infinite, but It certainly feels infinite with how many of them are spawning right now. Okay, quick to one. Good. Blueprint's got an A+ first try. It just came out swinging. It is real time. You have to manage your space, and it's a puzzle, kinda. Yeah, yeah. I guess I have another question kind of like that. What is like, did you ever have any like weird terminology for anything? Because I don't know what else I would bring this up. I guess during Smash Brothers it probably makes sense, but I remember as a kid, I used to call Samus's charge attack a corn dog. Like I'd be like, I'm gonna hit you with the corn dog. I don't know why, but that was what I called it. Honestly, I think the Smash community should pick that up. Like, oh, Samus hit K-Roll with the corn dog. I think that should be the standard. She said a lot of things weird as a kid. I remember there was a time where my parents thought I probably need to go to speech therapy. But I don't know. I kind of grew out of that of like saying things wrong, because I know when I say like remote, I say B-mote, that kind of thing. I don't know if there's anything like that serious in the speech therapy. I think I just said stuff wrong on purpose, which I do even to this day, because I think it's kind of entertaining. Value materials minus the damage. Plants on landmine. Yeah, that might be pretty cool. Not that you know of. Just like talk to your family. Just be like, yo, did I say anything crazy? I feel like I still kind of have stuff like that, because I know every now and again, like instead of saying life, I'll say Laban, just because I think Laban sounds funnier. And thanks to Dragon Quest, now I say Kane, like unironically. Like I started doing it because I liked how Rab said it, but now like in real life I'm like, I can do that. And I love it. I love Rab. Everybody loves Rab. I can't wait to add him to Tamagotchi. Pull up. I think we can use some more armor, because every time I get like mildly touched by these things, I start fading away. I guess now I'm kind of trying to think what's the most unique roguelike I've seen. My answer might be Against the Storm. Because like I feel like City Builder is one of those things that you would think of and not immediately think it would work for a roguelike. But Against the Storm does it pretty dang well, I gotta say. We could spawn more turrets, and we can get another shredder. Okay, this one's actually going pretty well, because we're kind of getting a lot of, like, we're just all shredders right now. For you, it's blueprints, maybe so. It does seem really cool with the room structures and like the limited amount of steps you have. You really like big theatrics and order in just about everything, so you'll find yourself creating large storylines and finding perfect order in disorder. Blueprints is like your game of the year right now. I don't know if anything can top it. I don't know what my game of the year is. I don't think I've actually even played a lot of new games this year yet. That'll likely change around the Switch too, but I've just been kind of hanging out, doing whatever. Boy. I think, funnily enough, the one of the new games I did play this year was the demo of Desktop Fishes, which I'm definitely gonna want to play that when it comes out, because I enjoyed the demo a lot and really want more of it. Like it's probably gonna be like bad for me in real life, because it's kind of distracting, and I'm like, I gotta feed my fish and hatch more fish. So it's probably like gonna be like a bad thing when the game fully releases, but I don't care. I really like it. I really like the demo. I love weird gimmicky stuff like that for desktops, which is why I had Desktop Mate on the stream when that was a thing. But then they done cocked that up. So. Oh. Mario, where are you? I'm fine. I can use some more armor. Plus 25% damage, more armor. No, I just said I need... Well, I guess we could go for more max HP and plus 3 elemental damage. Hell yeah. Projectiles pierce through an additional target. Scared sausage. It's actually a pretty good elemental, a pretty good elemental weapon. Blueprints goes insanely deep, like almost inscription levels. Ooh, explosion size is what we need. Plus 50 max HP plus 6%, 8% enemy speed. I can't read. That would be no. I don't. I think I could. I think I'd rather go fast. Elemental damage plus 2 melee damage. Meh. This broken mouth item always makes me think of Kezu from Monster Hunter. I just see that like it's fucking Kezu. Oh, bad memories. I guess we'll buy another shredder. POV, you bought your 50th shredder. You know, we can probably go for some more attack speed. One more reroll. A rocket launcher. Now we're talking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Guess we'll combine you and buy one last shredder. Now we're talking. This is the explosive build we need. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I have the strength of explosions. Except I'm very frail. I'm actually very frail. So I still gotta be careful. I kind of like this character. I like the explosions. I like doing explosive builds occasionally in this game, but I was not aware that there was actually an explosive character who is all about the explosives. I'm pretty happy about that right now, currently, until we die horribly, in which case I'll be sad about that. So you know, I'm just gonna enjoy it while it lasts. You know, another game that you might not think of that might have a roguelike is Farming Sims, but I actually did see that there was like a trailer for like a roguelike Farming Sim a little while ago. So that's also a thing that exists. Gonna go shower. We'll return for the end of the stream. Unless we become 2 hour Andy, not even that, hour and a bit Andy. I think we're good. You know, probably. I can't, unless like the Mafia like attacks early. I can't see any reason why we wouldn't stay around. Save percent more damage. This run is going pretty well, which is what concerns me. This is an explosive weapon. Actually, what's our melee damage? Our melee damage is actually better than our range damage. Actually, no, it isn't. Who is Tato and why is he my bro? What's up, Green Squid? This is Bro Tato. Actually, did I already have the lumberjack weapon item? I did not. Okay, not this time. It's you know, you've heard of Vampire Survivors, right? Like that kind of like whole genre of like running around in circles, attacking things automatically. It's one of those kinds of games. It's a Vampire Survivor like game, but you play as like a little potato dude who gets like crazy mutations and like a bunch of weapons. It's actually a lot of fun. Minus speed. What's our speed right now? Our speed sucks. We actually probably need a lot more speed. Yeah. Glad to be here today, Green Squid. Hope you're doing all right. I keep saying this, but we got ourselves a new emote today, and it's Bear Hugger with realistic human teeth. So you know, hold your applause. Hold your applause. Good. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. I had a pretty average day. I actually ended up getting a lot of work done for the stream with the new emote and new sub badges, so that's pretty cool. Of course, I didn't actually plan anything that we were actually gonna play, so that's kind of why I'm playing this, because it's like, oh well, I guess I haven't played this on stream yet. No, I actually really like Brotato. It's a fun horde shooter kind of thing. A survivor-like, as I keep calling it. There's probably like a better term for that. I think people will try to call this kind of genre a bullet heaven, which I kind of like. I like the term bullet heaven. That's pretty fun. I don't know if that's really stuck though. So I usually just end up calling them survivor-likes. I did find out that isn't there like another like Sonic thing going on, where like last year they had the Year of Shadow, and now they have like Sonic Travels the World or something. Whatever they call it. Yeah, we'll take this. Ooh, what's our crit chance actually? It's probably terrible. It's well, we actually have 5 crit chance. That would actually not be terrible to up. I'll go with HP generation, and we can have 12% dodge. So now we're up to 6 dodge. Wow. This year's campaign is racing around the world. Right. That's what it was called. I guess that makes sense. There is a racing game coming out soon. So it's like, well, yeah, race. We are indeed racing. Let's spawn 2 gardens. Okay. Landmines, turret, lamp oil, rope, bombs. Plus 5% damage to extreme, plus 5% enemies. I think I can handle that. I think like some other Sonic character people like trust. Yo, Sonic X Tails Generations. Oh wait, that's like every game. Never mind. That's like almost every Sonic game. What's so special about that? Yeah, I'm not really sure what the whole racing around the thing is about. I guess I saw images of like a car that had Sonic on the side. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but there is indeed an image out there of Sonic painted on the side of a car, which is cool. It makes sense. I feel like Sonic probably should be painted on more cars. It just makes too much sense. Supersonic racing and all that. You got, and living in the city, you know, you got to survive. I am kind of thinking of Sonic a little bit because well, I'm kind of always thinking about Sonic, to be fair. But I did end up seeing a video about Sonic the Fighters, and how it's actually pretty cool, which is cool because I was always enjoying Sonic the Fighters. I played it in the Sonic Gems collection on GameCube, but I thought it was kind of cool. I was never like really super into fighting games, of course, but I thought it was fun to play, and I really love the aesthetic. Like, if you're probably to ask me what my favorite Sonic model is, I'd probably tell you is Sonic the Fighters model. I just love that look so much. When Desktop Mate was a thing, I was hoping to rip those models if I could get it somehow and like rig them up to work with Desktop Mate, but you know, Desktop Mate kind of shot itself in the foot, so that's kind of not happening anymore, unfortunately. Ooh, what's our range actually? 95? Is that good? What's our, you know what? I'm gonna go for plus 20 luck. I don't even know if that's gonna even help us at all, but I'm doing it anyway. I guess we'll recycle the shredder and get an upgraded shredder. What about my shredder? Oh wait, I guess I gotta combine these. Oh well. Oh well. Whoop-de-doo. Sonic X Tails R. It's like Sonic R, but it's just Sonic and Tails are the only pickable characters. Your speed is capped at its current value -2. No! That's too slow. We'll get more eyeballs. Fuel tank. Yeah, we'll do that. More elemental damage. We need that. That is a big plank. Okay, let's combine these. Can we combine further? No, we can. Red is the top. And we'll get the plank. Is that plank? Kill them all? Good idea. 50-year-long campaign like you're a shadow. Yeah. I guess we'll see what it entails. Oh, these guys. Yeah. So I've lost on this wave a lot because there are these enemies that spawn more enemies. And usually you're probably going to want to take care of them first because I've ended up getting overwhelmed by those enemies in the past. So they're kind of my top priority whenever I play this stage. Hang on, assuming I don't perish via projectiles, probably gonna want some armor because I am quite frail. I have some like decent regeneration, I think. It's fine. It's fine. Getting a lot of crates, and by a lot I mean 2, but that's pretty good. Two's pretty good. 3 items. I'll always use more of those. Okay, good. We didn't get overwhelmed for this time. I yearn for Jet Set Radio 3. Where's my Euro Jet Set? I mean, that's already happening. Did you see those screenshots that like showed up a while back? I'm not sure how I feel about the art style. But you know what? I guess I'm just happy that the new Jet Set even exists. I guess I'll take more attack speed. Lifesteal. HP injury damage range and minus harvesting. Yeah, sure. I'd just be so bummed out if it turns out that they're going out of the way to make a new Jet Set and like they don't get back Naganuma. Like, well, that's like how's that even possible? If they could get Naganuma for Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, I'm sure they could get him back for Jet Set Radio 3. I'd be like shocked if that wasn't the case. Shocked to my core, the planet core. Plus 5 harvesting, minus, yeah. I might as well go for the minus 5% enemies. If it's S, I guess I'll play Bomb Rush Cyberpunk for 20 years. I mean, I kind of feel like even if it is even if it is good, I'll probably still do that anyway. BRC is really good. Oh no, this is the wave I get overwhelmed on because there's a lot more of those enemies, I think. Yeah, this is the one I get overwhelmed on sometimes. I said it once and I'll say it again, but I really hope to one day live in a timeline where Lethal League ends up becoming like a big online kind of game. I love Lethal League so much. Like if I had to like pick like one multiplayer game that isn't like super popular to like revive, it would definitely be Lethal League. This game is a blast. It's always one of my go-tos whenever like I am the person who like when I go over to someone's house, I always bring like the Switch and like, yo, let's hook this shit up and play some things. Lethal League is always one of my go-tos. That game to me is kind of similar to Smash Brothers, where it's at the same time a lot of fun to play competitively, but also really fun as a party game. So, you know. As much as I love Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, I would also go pretty crazy for Lethal League 3 if Team Reptile should do that. More elemental damage, less enemies. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more armor. I'm a little squishy right now. Lethal League mentioned I fucking love Lethal League. Yo! I'm so glad because I feel like I would have recommended it to you right away because like, oh, you already like Team Reptile games, fucking go check out Lethal League. Oh, Lethal League is so good. You know what? I should really play the single player Lethal League Blaze on stream, huh? I kind of forget that. I sometimes forget that game actually had a single player, like a campaign. It was pretty cool. I mean, I like playing that more for you know, the multiplayer aspect of it. Let's do a reroll. What else we can get here? Consumables. I guess more max HP. Another rocket launcher. Yes. Burning activates 10% faster. We don't have any burning. What Team Reptile game will happen first? Bomb Rush Cyberpunk 2 or Lethal League 3? I don't know. I guess I could always throw like a curveball at us and do like a homage to some other game. It's always possible. They're gonna make their own Sonic Riders. I don't know. I don't know what they would make first, but I can tell you what, I'll be there with bells on whenever the next Team Reptile game comes out. They're kind of pretty quickly becoming one of my favorite indie devs between Lethal League and Bomb Rush. So like, I guess I'll be stoked either way. But no, I think I would hope that if there were to be another Lethal League, you know, thanks to the popularity of Bomb Rush, I would hope that it would have a bit more of a, you know, a bit more lively multiplayer, I guess. Would be really cool. It's probably one of those things that probably does have like a pretty lively, like, you know, multiplayer. You just gotta like find like the right Discord server or something, if I had to imagine. Lethal League is a blast. So is Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. It's crazy. Oh, but he comes back for whatever the game they work on because he's done both BRC and Lethal League. Yeah. Ooh. We got her. She also red rocket launcher now. Okay, let's we're gonna lock this in. I'm sure that at this point they probably easily be able to get him back again for whatever for whatever project they do next. He seems pretty down to clown. As far as I can tell, pretty down to clown. I love Naganuma's work a lot. Like, have you ever seen that like video where it's like the samples using Sonic Rush? Like, I am convinced that Naganuma's brain just works differently than our mortal brains. Because, like, holy shit, the way he's able to use samples is like it's unreal. Like, I remember when I first heard the original sample of, you know, the turntables, turn the turntables up. Holy shit! How'd you like even think of this? How'd you even think to use it that way in back to back? More HP generation. Okay, maybe now we can finally buy this rocket launcher. We combine it into this, and then we buy a rocket launcher. Isn't it crazy how things work out sometimes? Getting indicted for Jet Set Radio worries me because he hasn't come back for any Sonic game in his music was ruined in Sonic Shadow. I feel like he probably would come back for Jet Set. I feel like, because like it wouldn't really be Jet Set without him. Because there is a lot of great songs in Jet Set that don't have Naganuma involved, but you know, it really wouldn't be the same without him. And I think a lot of that is because, you know, as much as I love Naganuma's music, I feel like his music is kind of like a copyright nightmare. Like I think like sample heavy music in general is like a nightmare, which is kind of a big reason why the Earthbound series always kind of been a issue when it comes to republishing. I feel like with Naganuma in particular, it's with his music in particular, it's probably like even worse, even more of a nightmare. Big copyright nightmare. I mean, hey, I'd say it's worth it, but yeah, I think there's kind of that's kind of like one of the main reasons why I feel like these days Sonic Rush music, you don't really hear a lot of Sonic Rush music in modern Sonic games. They got 2 mellow for Jet Set Radio 2. They did? Wow, okay. I'm pretty stoked about that because I also love 2 mellow. Shit. That works for me. Per chance elemental damage. Sure. Plus 2% attack speed for every 1% dodge you have. That's kind of crazy. Minus 80 range. I don't really want to get rid of my range. I guess I'll go with that. We're getting pretty high up there in the waves. I forget how high it goes. I think like unless you go endless, it goes up to wave 20. So we might actually be pretty close to winning this run. Oh, Sega get to me. Oh, get to me. I thought you said they got to me. I'm like, holy shit! I'm begging. It's not real yet. Damn. I was so stoked for a second. That would be perfect. I mean, 2 Mello's already made two you know, albums that are homages to Jet Set Radio, so why the hell not? It's like perfect. It's already done their work for you, Sega. Basically, it's just right there. Just add in the fucking Poison Jam songs at least. It's literally themed at the Poison Jam. Anyway, but no, that would also be that'd be a perfect fit for a new Jet Set. I would love 2 Mello. Be the new Jet Set. If they can't get 2 Mello or Naganuma, then I hope the entire soundtrack is just all remakes of Birthday Cake, my favorite song in Jet Set Radio history. I'm not even really kidding. The birthday cake is kind of one of those guilty pleasures of mine. Like, it's kind of shit, but I also kind of love it, like a lot. All right. Your max HP is at its current level. You know what? We are not doing endless. Isn't that a licensed song? It is a licensed song. I think it is. But they can get it a second time, right? Probably. Okay, I think this is the last wave, unless we go endless, which I didn't do. Oh God, I'm dying. I gotta actually dodge. I usually just like circle strafe, but that's not gonna work right now. Shit. Hang on, one sec. One sec, your streamer's dying. At least the circle's easier to avoid. Oh shit, don't touch me! Let me go! I gotta get some of that green stuff! No, not that green stuff! Kill! 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 Yes! Oh, well, we actually want to run. I didn't think that was going to happen. Holy shit. All right. We got Danger 3. We got explosive shells with a plus explosion damage and plus explosion size. Wow, that would have been really good for our current character. I wish we already had that unlocked. We got Soldier Boy. We got 50% damage while standing still, 50% damage while attack speed while standing still, plus speed, pickup range, and knockback. You can't attack while moving. What a weird character. What the hell? Cool. I didn't think we were actually going to win a run. All because of me. I come back, you win. You really are you really are the secret weapon that we have in this stream, aren't you, Scooterton? Welcome back, Scooterton. We're gonna if only Hideki's with a non-licensed song. I actually don't know. I don't think so. I think I actually don't know. Now that you say it, I'm actually not even sure. Malco, we want to run on this character we just unlocked. That's pretty awesome, actually. If it is, you definitely got the licensed nightmare for Jet Set Radio Future. I'm sure it's probably gonna be filled to the brim with a lot of original music. I'd hope. Probably a couple of remixes here and there, if I had to imagine. Can't say for sure, but you know, for as much as I don't like the new Jet Set Radio's art style, I hope it at least nails the gameplay and the music. Like, if it does that, then that's perfect. Please, just call me Scoot. Scooterton was my father's name. Yes, yes. We can do the Ranger. Plus 50 range and damage modifications are increased by 50%. You can't do any melee, so it's all range weapons. We can do this guy. We'll start with the SMIG, the SMG. Difficulty 3. New enemies appear, elites and hordes appear. Enemies are stronger. Let's try it. Future should get some love too. Oh yeah, absolutely. I would hope so, because out of the two, Future definitely has my favorite soundtrack. Yeah, I love the soundtrack of both the original and Future, but Future, man. Okay. I guess we'll go damage. Revolver, more range. Just shoot across the planet. Why not? There's a good soundtrack, gameplay not so much. Yeah, because even though I haven't actually, yeah, I'm kind of a bit of a fake fan because I haven't even actually played a Jet Set Radio. I would love to. I would love if they ported Future to you know, more stuff, but you know, once again, copyright nightmare, the game. But I do know that the original is a lot more arcadey. While Future has more of an open world instead of similar to BRC. So I imagine I'd probably prefer that one over the other. B gun is real. You got B and then gun in a row. It's true. I did. There was a B and a gun. The B gun is real. The One Piece. Let's get a shotgun. A shotgun. One Piece is real. Fake fan. Yes. I never owned an Xbox. That's why I can never play Future. Why did they release those games on the GameCube? Proto, how dare you lie to me? I'm sorry. Jet Set is one of those things that I know when I play I would definitely enjoy, but I haven't actually played yet. Mostly due to accessibility, because the only game that's available is the first one, and not Future, which I would really love to play Future. I guess we'll just like lead into range damage as much as possible. Cute monkey. I got another shotgun and a cute monkey, and I end my turn. I guess we'll lock the revolver since we already have a revolver. Okay, so can I talk about something I thought about recently? This has nothing to do with anything we've been talking about today, but okay. How do you chat members feel about like the romantic comedy genre of movies? I've watched my fair share of romantic comedies because that's kind of like a lot of the movies that, you know, my parents and like my grandparents would kind of watch a lot. So I was kind of like, you know, exposed to that kind of stuff a lot. Probably one of my least favorite genre of movies, not gonna lie. I feel like 9 times out of 10, it's not really my favorite thing to look at. But I thought of B-gun! 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 Wow, it is a B-gun. That's amazing. Yeah, nothing against them. For the most part, I don't either. It's just not really my genre. But I thought of the weird... probably one of the weirdest, most uncomfortable romantic comedies I could think of. That I saw one time. I saw like one time as a kid, and like it's been like in my head rent-free ever since. Let's get more crit chance, actually. Demon's emulator success. So you have to get a real Xbox or a 360. But yeah, that's kind of where the barrier of entry for Jet Set comes in. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe if 3 is a success, maybe they'll actually do like proper re-releases of Future. Maybe. I don't care for genres of movie or film. It's just like good things and dislike bad things. It kind of depends. I'm also not a super. I like, you know, super, into genres, but the one movie I'm thinking of is like probably like the writer's like barely disguised fetish, where there is this movie, this like one really weird romantic comedy, where like this like, you know, office lady, like career woman, like, you know, she's kind of, you know, a little rough around the edges, runs into this random like weirdo. They have like a bad interaction, like, and whatever. But the weirdest part of the movie is that at one point this office lady, she gets like amnesia, and as revenge, the dude that she ran into earlier basically kidnaps her and pretends that she's the mother of like she's his wife and the mother of his kids as like revenge. And for whatever reason, it's not like a horror movie. It's like played as like a romantic comedy, like, oh, you're gonna root for these guys' relation. Like, no, it's fucking insane. And I don't really remember how the rest of the movie goes, but I know I remember that they actually do end up together, despite the fact that it's like the wildest, freakiest setup for anything I've ever seen in my entire life. And the weirdest part is I don't even know if she even gets her memory back. Like the whole point is she gets amnesia and is like tricked into being this dude's wife and the mother of his kids, and like either way it's weird because either she has amnesia forever. Or she's like, oh yeah, this is fine. I was like basically kidnapped out of my life. I guess I'll just stick with this now. Easily one of the most fucked up movies I can ever think of, and I don't remember the name of it, but I saw it once. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like I was pretty young when I saw it, but even I was like, what? Why? Plus, finding your materials at the start of waves. Okay, that's cool. What's our elemental damage? We don't really have a lot of elements. I'm not gonna worry about that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to briefly mention that movie because I thought of it again recently. I'm like, what? Why this? like a lot of the time when I'm watching like a romantic comedy, I usually kind of feel like I don't actually want these two people to end up together because they're like horrible with each other. But that is like one where it's like, how could you like possibly like root for anybody here? It's like, this is like a horrible, scary situation. Like, what the hell? I'm kind of sick with the dodges right now with these projectiles. Holy crap. You saw something like that. There was this Christmas rom-com where the girl goes to this bar. This dude like kidnaps her and brings her to his cabin family's Christmas meet. And in order to go, she needs to pretend she's his girlfriend because he didn't have a date, but he told his family he did. Was it like an actual kidnapping, or was it perceived that way? Because the thing I'm talking about was like actual super kidnapping, like just straight up. Got freaking romantic comedies. They end up falling in love with something. Yeah, of course they do. We can do some cyberball. Some HP generation would also do good. This is kind of my inherent problem with like romantic comedies, because on one hand it's like I don't usually think they're well, to be fair, I guess I'm like slightly picky when it comes to comedy. Like I'm not like super critical of a lot of things, but I feel like most of the time when I watch a comedy that's labeled as a comedy, I don't think it's usually that funny. Typically, like maybe I'm kind of like a bit of a stick in the mud when it comes to that kind of thing. But a lot of the time I am just not entertained by comedy movies that like say that they're comedies. Maybe I'm not watching the right ones. And I kind of feel that way about romantic comedies, where it's like I don't really think they're that funny, and I also think they're like kind of creepy sometimes as well. I'm not really going for elemental damage for luck. I got a lot of luck last time. Like, minigun. Give me the minigun. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Play your attacks people standing still. That actually might be. I think I might actually hold on to that. Wanted to leave. She kept saying, I'm not his girlfriend. He kidnapped me. I was saying she's shy. They banned phones at the Christmas meet. In the comedy of the movie is her trying to get help. Stockholm Syndrome the movie. What the fuck? That's insane. For the entire time, she's like, please help me. And then I was like, oh, you're just a little Dickens or whatever. That's nuts. Dear God. That's horrible. Once again, it'll probably make for a pretty cool horror movie. But like as a romance, like what is blood cooking? Okay, we're not really doing a lot of damage right now, are we? It's kind of concerning. These things is surviving when I am the one who's supposed to be vampire surviving. That's like the whole point of my existence. Oh shit! He shoulder tackled me. Destroy. Fucking Urian. Darn it. I like how this character is just crazy. You know, I've had a very weird tangent about a very specific movie, so my apologies. Go right ahead. What do I want to do? Oh my God, that face. There's some good faces here. Oh, there's a character I actually really enjoy that I haven't actually want to run with yet. You can equip up to 12 weapons at a time. This is the guy I'm thinking of, the multitasker. A lot of weapons. Minus 5% damage, so I probably would want something like elemental damage for this guy, right? Let's try this guy out. I'm gonna try this guy out and try to like lean into an elemental build. See if that would work out. But I say go off on a weird tangent. I basically did that with the movie I was talking about. The only difference is I can't remember the name of the movie. I think I think in between streams I'll try to look it up, see if I can find it, because I swear to God that movie is always weirded me out, always, my entire life. Okay. That's elemental. We didn't get a lot of kills, so we're a little bit behind. So this is another character who has a pretty good face, like oh. That is a face that goes just gasping for air. All right. Range. Ooh, I would like flaming knuckles. That is indeed an elemental weapon. We're kind of super broke right now. We're a little super broke right now. We can't really afford that, but you know, that's cool. This might have been a mistake. Oh man, hold on. I'll read your rant in a moment. I bet those will be juicy. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, we're not really doing anything. I hope I can afford the knuckles. I'd rather flex my knuckles. Yeah, let's get some range damage going. There we go. We'll lock this too. Hopefully this will help us do some more damage. You have a very good memory and you watch a lot of YouTube. A few years ago you were watching a movie about a bad horror movie, and it was a movie about the serial killer who killed people with dark secrets. Started out with them killing this guy who was secretly homophobic. Anyways, the movie continued and ended with some scene of this girl who was afraid of fire in a cornfield that was lit on fire, and she had to drive through it. You saw a video on that movie and many more, and when the last scene came up, you swore you had seen it on a video before. You remembered after a bit. You remember some of the jokes you heard. You even remembered scenes that particular created didn't show. Feast. I got the flame feast. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Well, it kind of sucks that we kind of have to be up in their grill to actually do damage, but I guess it's better than how we were doing before. Kick him in the teeth. Kick him in the grill. Kick you in the grill. Ah! Okay, cool. The creator didn't show. You remember you saw a video on it years ago, like probably 6+ years ago, and had nothing to go on. Okay, elemental damage, that's what we're leaning into, and probably a lot of attack speed as well. A wand. Get some coal for some more elemental damage. Okay, now we're actually doing a little bit of damage with our okay, we're doing a bit better now. This is kind of the thing I'm trying to cook with this character, because you do less damage from our weapons you have, so I guess elemental would probably be like the way to go. Like, even if we don't do good direct damage, we can at least do a lot of elemental damage. That is what I'm thinking. I'm hoping it works out. So far, it's not really. It's working out a little bit now that we have some damage and weapons. In the beginning, oh boy. Oh mama. Okay. Cool. You search so much, but you can't for the life of you find another commentary video on there. You spent like an entire afternoon just looking at this video for nothing. But you know you saw this video before. It's been fucking with you for so long, and it's such a specific video. It's weird you can't find it. I have that happen to me a lot of the time, but it's usually videos from like my past that I saw when I was younger. I always have moments like that where I try my damnedest to try this one specific video, but nothing. Like, you know, as a kid, when I was on YouTube, I used to watch a lot of AMVs, and I would try to find those, but like, you know, trying to find an AMV of like Dragon Ball is like trying to find a hay in a haystack. Damn near impossible to find the specific one that I used to watch as a kid all the time. There was actually another video I tried to find recently where it was this Pokemon video. It was like a live action Pokemon video that was like in Spanish, and you know it was like this this like live action thing where this kid would have a Totodile, and it would use like the either the Stadium or Coliseum models. I think it was, well, you know, the same thing, but you know, Johto Pokemon use their same models from Stadium and Coliseum. And for the life of me, I couldn't find it. I couldn't like remember what it was actually called. But I used to like those videos a lot as a kid because, you know, one of the first things I did on the internet was like look up as much Pokemon stuff related stuff as possible. So I used to like eat up a lot of the, you know, live action Pokemon. I used to eat that up like crazy. Let me leave it for a minute and it comes back to you, but no, you only remember that video existed and then that's it. It's a bee. It's bee gun again. I guess I don't want anything else from here. But no, the last thing I remember seeing from the person that made those videos is that they actually started like 3D modeling. And I remember one of the last videos I saw from them was like, you know, a live action Pokemon battle between a Feraligatr and a Lucario. And I thought at the time for, you know, for someone who was like doing, you know, not like a, for, you know, someone just making like a YouTube video, I thought that the animation for that was crazy on the Lucario and Feraligatr fight. I probably wouldn't look that impressive, you know, these days, but at the time my mind was like blown, like how the hell did somebody do this in a YouTube video? That's crazy. I kind of wonder if that person went on to like become an animator or something, because I thought that was amazing, the animation for the Pokemon battle. But no, it's kind of hard to find that kind of thing when I'm pretty sure the title was also in Spanish. So, you know. Okay, attack speed. Another wand. And then today, and you know, but as your first real experience of deja vu, normally you remember everything, but you see something again, you connect it faster than I can process it. But no, it's okay until now, and now I can't find it. That's not what deja vu is. And today it happened. I was listening to your friend explain this book. She was explaining over the past few days. I remember hearing things similar, but I hear about so many things every day. And then today, said something about it and realized I know the ending of the book. Oh shit, I ran into this guy and I lost all my HP. Happens in real life sometimes too. Sometimes I'll like run into a guy and like my life bar just goes down like crazy, like, oh shit. Okay. Still not really impressed with the damage we got going on right now. We're gonna need a lot more elemental damage and probably as much elemental augments as possible. Right now, it's not really working out so well. Okay, we gotta level up. Shit. There's never a book with a twist ending, and I knew that, but I can't figure out what it's from. Now it's messing with you again. Also, what the fuck is deja vu? Deja vu means already seen, does it not? No, it's kind of more like you have like a feeling of familiarity, like you it's like, oh, I've already been in this scenario before. Or it's like maybe you'll see like a site and you'll hear something, you'll hear what somebody says, and you'll think like, I think I've already heard this before. It's that kind of feeling, the kind of feeling that you've been there before. Deja vu, I've already been here before, riding in the streets, do. I don't remember how the song goes. Yeah, why not? I'll go for that. I already have lower damage anyway. Any more elemental damage, please. I guess I'll get another lightning shiv. And plus 20 materials, why not? Okay, our damage is oh my god, my guy's scary right now. Okay. It's kind of working on these guys. Oh, shit! Hang on. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Repeat after me. I'm dead. Hello. Hang on. Thank God there's a gazillion fruits spawning in, because I need all of it. Get it all? Okay. Your knowledge of the French language is fucked up. My understanding of French and English sayings yet again. Curse you, French. Well, that was the meaningless rants. Hey, I'm all about. Hey, listen. When you're streaming, we're all about the meaningless rants. All right. Where would we be in life where it not be for meaningless rants? I almost said meaningless ranch. Still thinking about yesterday. We talked a lot about ranch, I guess. Okay. Another wand. Ranch always has meaning. True. I guess we get a torch and landmines, I guess. Why the hell not? And more landmines. Thank you. I almost said more landlines. Yes, more phones, please. I almost died horribly. This build kind of sucks. It's not going as well as I hoped it would. It's not great. The elemental beard appears to be a big failure. I keep saying like I just had the best bowl of chili in my life. Oh god. Yeah, that's what I was gonna. I'm trying to figure out where teeth goes on a scale of Elijah to misplay. Like from good job to bad job, where does teeth fit in? I don't know where teeth fits in. Good luck finding that out. I guess if you like say something like some insanely fucked up sentence, then I guess it goes with that. Or if I like make like a crazy noise or something, I don't know. Just, you figure it out. You know, it's like Mad Libs. Figure it out. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a quick break and go fill up my water. So while you ponder the meaning of proto teeth, I'll see you in a sec. BRB. It's a good just shit my pants vibe, you know? Wow, what a cool message to come back to. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna be completely candid with you. The reason why I've been wanting to have an emote with like realistic teeth for the longest time. Because there was actually this this VTuber named Hackerling, and one of her emotes is like her character, but with like crazy big like realistic teeth. And I thought that was a really weird fucked up emote. I should have something like that. So originally I was gonna do something like that for like the purple Pikmin character that we have, but with Bear Hugger, I figured why not? Why not? He already has like a good pair of chompers as he does, so why not do it again? But with realistic teeth. I should actually show this picture later. But I was like experimenting with like the Bear Hugger PNG before I inserted the teeth, before I inserted his dentures, his pearly whites. I like played around with like the color saturation. I made a fucking demon. I made like this horrifying demon after turning down like the contrast down to 0. I'll post it. I'll probably post it in the Discord later. But I made this like horrible abomination that I almost considered making that the emote. It was like actually legit horrifying. And it was just me playing around with the colors and the contrast. So you know, I'll probably show that off later. But okay, what should we play right now? Actually, I like. This guy's a wildin'. Pacifist, cyborg. Range damage modifications are increased by 250%. 100% of your range damage are temporarily converted to engineering halfway through a wave. That sounds kind of interesting. More tree spawn. Start with lumberjack. Engineering. So maybe we could go for full engineering. There's another kind of interesting character we have. Plus 20% attack speed for every different weapon you have. And equip range weapon. Maybe not. Was it him? I don't know. The king. Oh yeah, this guy. Plus 2 projectiles. Projectiles pierce to 1 additional target. Plus 10% damage for every different tier 1 item you have. Extra projectiles is kind of fun. 100% attack speed, damage modifications are increased by 100%. You can only equip 1 weapon. And we just unlocked this guy, the soldier. You're currently making an alignment chart of all my emotes. Wow, that's amazing. You know, I actually, when I put in that Bear Hugger emote today, I actually didn't mean to make it a free one. But, you know, gotta give people some freebies, I guess. I meant to make that a subscriber emote, but I'm okay with it being a follower, I think. You know, and you know why? Because I think there are a lot of people who are like following this channel and maybe don't remember. So I'm just like imagining a scenario where like, you know, they're hanging out in someone's chat, they're about to post an emote, and then they see that. That's the scenario I'm imagining. Let's go with the engineer. The engineer's a spy. So the engineer, the wrench weapons spawn turrets, and engineering it increases the efficiency of their turrets. Turrets. Okay, was I the only one who used to say turret? Like I know it's turret, but I used to pronounce it as turret with an N, a turret. Which I now know is the absolute wrongest way you could possibly pronounce that, but that's how I thought it was. Okay, another wrench has spawned in, and another screwdriver has also spawned in. So we got 3 turrets and landmines spawning, so that's pretty cool. All boosted by our engineering, which we haven't found any increase in engineering. Whoa! Whoa! My leg twitched. That like freaked me out. I was like, "What's happening? Why am I spinning?" I love explaining things that you can't possibly see. Still no engineering. Guess we might as well increase our melee damage since we do indeed have melee weapons. And now we have a full set. Diamond armor, full set. Let's mine and craft. Let's Minecraft. Yeah, apparently the Minecraft movie is like really leaning into to Jack Black being like vintage steel. Because I just saw an ad for the Minecraft movie not too long ago where it really is just Jack Black just naming things over and over again. It's like they know. And now that they know, it's less funny. That's usually how that goes. Oh yeah, our damage gains are crazy low. We're gonna be spawning a lot of landmines, which is exactly what we need to be doing. Oh yeah, when you upgrade the wrenches, the turrets get upgraded as well. The turrets, I should say. The turrets. Cool. I know when we fight, next time we fight a boss, we're probably just gonna have to like stick around this area and just have them get gunned down by our turrets. Enter. Enter, going up. Erect in a century, a dispenser. All right. I guess I'll up our harvesting, up our. Oh boy, the damages are so sad. I'll up our dodge. Get another wrench. Always use more of those and continue. Continue. Oh yeah, these turrets are doing some good work for us. They got little flames on them. They're little blue flames. How could you not like that? How could you not like it? It's got candy. Although if I up my elemental damage, that also up. Do those technically count as elemental damage now? I actually don't know if it like converts, and I have to worry about that. Honestly, I might as well up our harvesting, since our actual damage is not going to be doing us that much favors. We upgrade our mines. Oh, maybe I should have got the cute monkey. Monkey! They're probably going to be sticking mostly to melee anyway. It's not like we're doing that much damage with our melee anyway. It kind of looks like it does elemental damage because it keeps doing like 1 damage. It's getting the job done, but I'm almost wondering if that's kind of a downgrade of the base turret. You don't know. It's doing its job, so I guess I probably shouldn't worry about it too much. I don't really know how the upgraded landmines work, though. I guess maybe it just spawns a lot more of them instead of like upgrading the individual ones. At least that's what it looks like. Oh, not quite a level. Okay, we got full shit. Blue wrenches. Full shit. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep saying that. I know why I keep saying that. It's because it's stuck in my head like some kind of brain worm. More landmines. More harvesting. That'll do. Spawn my. Oh my god, there's so many things we're spawning. Why am I dying? I have like no health. I'm died to the turrets. I actually don't think I remember what the higher tier wrenches do for our turrets. Probably gonna find out pretty soon. We get another weapon that we need in the shop. Don't end up combining the wrenches that we have currently. I'm gonna guess that's probably gonna be like our end goal, is trying to get that as much as possible. All right, HP generation plus 10 luck. A medical turret. Okay. Triangle of power plus 20 damage, 1% or minus 20% damage when you take damage till the end of the wave. Oh boy, I can't work with that. Plus 20 luck. No. Oh, that actually is better engineering. I was gonna say nothing we need, but more engineering is good. I'm gonna like get the eyeballs. Give me them eyeballs. I'm gonna probably need those. And the medical turret's going to be healing us. So we got a little bit of HP generation. We got the medical turret. Our survival is actually not that bad right now between the medical turret and the garden. So we might actually be in kind of a good spot right now. I guess we'll see how we can manage it, how we can pilot it. Because, we can't really do that much with our... Oh! I was about to say, we're in a pretty good spot, then suddenly football players show up and destroy my life. Happens a lot in my real life, actually. Suddenly football players show up and just charge right through me. Holy shit. Okay, that was a close one. Glaven. Oh, man. Yeah, give me some more armor, please. Eyes. XP gain. Might as well get as much XP gain as possible. We're gonna need to like stay ahead of the Quabe, I think. The Quabe. Okay. No more football players to come and destroy my life. Please and thank you. One moment. Hold on. Hold on. I think I'm gonna need to show this. Here, let's play image roulette. What is this? Nothing. My alignments are perfect. You can't say otherwise. I'll be the judge of that. Oops, not that. Not that. Whoa, shit. What? That was one of the things that was what I was going to consider making the bear hugger emote into. But it's not the demon. I'll have to show you the demon later. Let's take a quick look-see at this. Okay, so lawful good is Mario. Lawful neutral is Elijah in the purple porp. Lawful evil is Greater Platypunk. I don't know about lawful. I don't know what's so lawful about Greater Platypunk. Neutral good is Waiayata, and true neutral is RoboCop. Neutral evil is Mario. I feel like I don't know. I feel like he should be like maybe a little bit chaotic evil, because he's like kill them. He's like a mind flayer. He tries to give you the mind sickness. Chaotic good is Teeth and Apple. I can agree with you on that. The chaotic neutral Wario. Yeah, I can also buy that. And chaotic evil Misplay. I would probably, honestly, I think I would probably switch around the evils. That's like the only ones. Like, I think I would put Platypunk in evil, neutral evil. I put Mario in chaotic evil, and I put Misplay in lawful evil. But other than that, yep, it was pretty good. It's pretty accurate. But you know who the true evil is? It's what is this thing I grabbed? This is just an invisible thing. Oh, who cares? That's probably something I gotta set up again later. I have like a lot of elements on my OBS that of stuff I just don't even use anymore. Whatever. So I was gonna like stretch out Spiel, be like, the real evil is Spiel, but I'm like struggling. So never mind that. But thank you for this. Now I feel like I have a good understanding of where my emotes stand. But we all know at the end of the day that they're just gonna like stage a coup against me no matter what. So like that's inevitable. But thanks for giving me some perspective for when the day comes when I am ended. It's pretty amazing. All right, let's get to you with Brotato. Man. Oh, Greater Platypunk. It's not really that related to what we were just talking about, but man, Greater Platypunk is great. I'm really hoping that Greater Platypunk is in the next Dragon Quest, because it's only in spin-offs right now, and that's like a damn shame. And it's like a real travesty, a real genuine travesty. I also don't know how I feel about Teeth being chaotic good, because I don't know, if Teeth kind of gives me major evil vibes, but maybe that's just me. guess we got the sausage. Some explosive turret. Yeah. Another wrench. Okay, let's see what the next upgrade does. And recycling machine. And this, sure, why not? You put Platypunk as lawfully because Platypunk isn't used negatively necessarily. Platypunk by itself is lawful, but he's up to something for sure. Oh yeah, there's definitely something going on behind those eyes. And Misplay was caught because, you know, hey, when I was putting in those sub badges, I once again saw the statistic. It was like, great job, Misplay was used 101 times in the last what was it, like the last month or last week? I can't, hold on, I'm gonna go check actually. Because it like gave me it actually gave me an exact number of how many times Misplay was used in recent times. Hold on, let me take a peek. See. Let me go take a look at my dashboard real quick. Nice work, Misplay was your most used emote in your chat in the last 30 days, 157 times. I can't have made that many misplays. It's like Casey's mod, where it tells you how many misplays you make. Apparently, I made over 150 of them. 150 original Pokemon worth of misplays. Keith is very chaotic good. He is chaotic in the best of ways. It feels like an emote you'd use just after you say something batshit insane, just for flavor, like doing no harm, just adding to the chaos. Same with Apple. Lamau misplay. That's 157, or was it 56? I don't even care anymore. This is a big number. That's definitely probably if we were to have like a tier list of best emotes, I feel like misplay is probably pretty high up there. It's universal. Oh, so the upgraded turret turns into a laser, I guess. It has universal use, even when it's not even applicable. I'm still being told misplay. Even when I win at video games, I'm still being told misplay. Even I could like win around and make like one mistake, and I'll just be bombarded with misplays. What do you want from me? Okay. It's pretty accurate though, because it's pretty accurate to the character that emote is based off of. It's a very in-character kind of emote, you could say, for P03. Very in-character. All right, this run is actually going pretty well. Although, of course, last time I said that, it did not go well. Let's get our speed up actually, and our HP generation. I'm probably just gonna like mostly go defensive, which is possible. 75% XP gain, 100% during the next wave, 50% enemy damage during the next wave. In Elite will appear in 11. I probably don't want that for that, but maybe we can lock that. Get it next time. We get a garden and a baby elephant, why not? And +2 armor, +6% dodge, -3 max HP. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, let's go. I'm just gonna try to make it stick around my turrets, I guess. Oh god, this. Oh, it's not really doing anything. It's like mostly. I think they're mostly focusing on attacking other things that don't involve the elites. This might be not great. I hate the circle pattern. I'm kind of sick with it right now, though. A little bit. I'm a little bit sick with it. Yeah, if we got the peacock in this stage. Okay, that was a good dodge. Oh, did we actually kill it or did we just win? I'll take the luck. And the explosion damage, I guess, because we got a little bit explosion max HP. Okay, we made it. Let's get the peacock, and we should probably be able to survive the next one, assuming nothing goes like crazy wrong. Okay, another wrench, another turret, more landmines. Cool. You put Mario as neutral evil because for sure evil, definitely not lawful, but I don't think it brings enough chaos. You know, sure, in the end it does, but most of the clip isn't chaotic. But that's the chaotic part about it, is it lulls you into a false sense of security. It asks an innocent enough question. It's like, do you know someone who owns a gun? And it goes, kill your priest, kill your rabbi, kill your mom, kill your dad, kill them, kill them, kill them. And you don't use it to invite chaos into the stream. I should start doing that. I remember when Mario would raid, I'd be like, hey, have you seen this chant? Kill them, kill them, kill them. I think that's pretty, I think that invites chaos to the stream. Unlike Apple, Teeth, Wario, and Misplay, which all add a bit of chaos every time they're used. I know when I see Apple staring into my soul, it immediately puts me into like a danger state. It immediately starts playing the low health Pokemon theme from Gen 5. Just immediately. Either that or the Sonic drowning theme. It plays either one of those whenever Apple is showing up on my screen. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm getting down with the sickness. Number. I think we should be able to survive this just fine, and we got a lot of extra XP out of it. That's cool. And we got a level up out of it. Nice. Oh, okay. Once again, going with the defensive options. Another wrench. Pickup range could be nice. A screwdriver. And a gentle alien. Very gentle. Very alien. I think we're pretty close to getting a max rank on one. Max rank on one of our wrenches. I almost said max rank on our rank. Easy for me to say. So I'm kind of learning that this build works pretty well for you know, general use in crowds like this. But when it came to the elite we fought, it was a little rough because it wouldn't really focus on the elites. It would just kind of do everything else around it, which is good because otherwise we'd get pretty overwhelmed. But it's like not really a super happy medium, I guess. It's just we're probably not going to end up killing a lot of the elites and just mostly just trying to survive. What I'm trying to get at. If we end up making it that far to final boss. Run! I think elemental damage is helping a little bit. Lost more max HP, please. Okay, let's combine you two. And I guess we'll see what kind of turret we get out of it. Screwdriver. Get another wrench. No. Another explosive turret. Another screwdriver to level you up. And that's probably good. Okay, we're making it. We're making it. Ooh, okay, the turret is the gold. The upgraded turret is the gold turret. Looks like it just kind of launches the laser. Which, hey, that's cool. It probably does a lot of damage, I'd imagine. Well, we're sitting pretty a little bit with a lot of our turrets in our gardens. Because, you know, raising a garden and having a bunch of being surrounded by turrets goes hand in hand. When you're just sitting by a turret collecting kills, you gotta pass the time somehow, you know. They should put an entire farming minigame when you play as engineer in TF2. So that while you're tending to your centuries, you can also tend to your rose garden. I'm just saying. Valve. Great idea. Alright, now what? Sure, we can take another alien friend. I'm kind of tempted to grab that, even though our damage scaling is pretty bad. Yeah, screw it. Okay. We actually do have some elemental damage, so I think I will actually pick that up. Another screwdriver. Another wrench that we can't afford, but we can, well, we can afford it, but we gotta actually make some space. So we got maximum amount of landmines, spawns 3 every 30. Every 30 seconds, is that what that said? Oh, every 3 seconds, not every 30 seconds, okay. If it was ever, then most rounds don't even last 30 seconds, so that'd be kind of useless, huh? Oh, I probably should have locked that in, that had engineering. Darn it. It's fine. I'm just gonna try my darndest to focus on my own survival. I've been picking up a lot of, a lot of HP, a lot of dodge, a lot of armor. I'm just hoping that our turrets could take care of the rest. They seem to be doing a pretty fine job so far. But I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, this is kind of a lot more comfortable than some of our current builds, where I feel like I was just like constantly panicking or running away. I'm like, ah, ah. Plus HP generation, yes. Then I must now sleep, so I shall lurk until then. All right, thanks for chilling out, Scoots. Fun stream, thanks for all the bro. Not the tato, I hated that part. Damn. But thanks for chilling out. We'll probably do the. We'll probably actually end up doing the cryptid stuff tomorrow for Balatro. That sounds like a pretty good time, I think. I guess we'll lock this. That sounds fine. See ya, teeth. Oh god, what a horrifying emote. Hakuna Matata, what a horrible emote. But yeah, we'll check out Cryptid, and I think next week I think I know what I'm gonna play next week. Something that like I don't think I'll have a chance to play for a while, so I think I might as well like get going on it. That's probably what I'm thinking we're gonna be doing is Balatro tomorrow, and it's probably starting something new next week. Something a little lengthy, a little lengthier. That's not Dragon Quest. I'm sorry, but that'll probably happen when there's a Switch 2 release of it, or probably earlier if there isn't one. But we'll see where the year takes us. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on, I believe. That's as close to a plan as you're gonna get, is me going like, oh, we'll probably do that. Can't wait for DQ3 tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. This. This. Get another turret. Get another turret. I just love my turrets. I love my... Look at our little army we got going on here. I love my mug root beer. This may actually be the most turrets I've had on this character. Which might be a little crazy to think, because this character's whole thing is making a bunch of turrets, but man. This is pretty good. I think we're gonna actually use a lot more engineering, our engineering stat. We've been gradually increasing it, but I feel like I've been missing out on a lot of upgrade scripts. Maybe. Road Jack, never come back no more. That was a little edgy. Take a cyber ball. Ooh. It's plus 3% damage at the end of a wave. Why not? More trees, another wrench. Okay, wave 18. Just gotta dodge good. Just let the turrets take care of everything. Be one with the turrets. Oh shit! I was not one with the turret. Oh, well. So much for that. I thought we had a pretty good build going, but I just kind of exploded suddenly. Well, I guess it wasn't that suddenly. It was kind of gradual. Darn. Let's do like one more run. Yeah, let's do one more. You know what? I'm going for this guy. Oh, the minigun range damage modifications up by 250%. It turns into engineering halfway through. So I guess we're just probably going to want to focus on upping our range damage as much as possible while also getting things that synergize with engineering, I guess. We're kind of a weird character, actually, now that I think about it. And yeah, we'll have at least one wrench, maybe multiple. Not that far off from the character we were just playing, actually. Now that I think about it. The turret does 1 damage each, which I thought you think it'd do more. I noticed that when we played the precise character last time. He's like, you think that this thing would be doing a lot more damage. Fingers. And landmines is good. But I'm a little confused on the wording. When it says it converts my range damage, does that mean that I lose it and it becomes engineering like halfway through? Or is it like additive? Like I have both the range damage and the engineering? I don't know. I think the timer actually tells me when it happens, because maybe it does. Well, I got to like look again, because it might tell me exactly when that happens. Okay, range damage. We're gonna need a lot of that. More turrets, and I'll hold on to the wrench. I'm sorry, yeah, because I think when it turns blue, that's when it converts to engineering, maybe. Oh yeah, because now I'm doing less damage to my minigun. So okay, so when the timer's blue, that's when it converts. Okay, cool. I'm glad it actually has like a visual for that on the timer. It's kind of helpful. That's actually very helpful. Even. Okay, harvesting. I don't know why, but I'm kind of a sucker for the alien eyes. I don't know why. I don't even know if the alien eyes are even all that helpful, but I just every time it shows up, oh yes, alien eyes. I love alien eyes as a weapon. Pick it up post haste. I don't know. I don't even know if it's even that good, but I sure as heck pick it up anyway. I'll tell you that much. But the turns really are spread out when you're not playing the engineer guy. Jeez. When it says that they spawn closer together, they weren't kidding. Plus 3 max HP minus 1% damage. Sure. Even more HP, why not? And plus 2 range damage. Okay, we'll finally buy this wrench, buy a tree. And I'm hoping to get my hands on some more ranged weapons. Oh yeah, now we're doing some actually decent damage with the minigun. At least until halfway through when a core should converge to engineering. Engineer to spy! I'm not sure how I feel about this character, because it's kind of like an interesting gimmick to go from range to engineering, but like, I don't know. I guess I was always prefer if I could stick with my minigun. I don't know. All right. Guess we always use more range, more pickup range as well. Plus one range damage minus range, whatever, I guess. And 8 medical turrets. Another wrench. Let's go. I am once again seeing a distinct lack of actual range weapons. Oh well. Actually, was there a medical gun? I think there might have been a medical gun. I just didn't pick it up for whatever reason. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, when it converts to engineering, you can definitely feel that damage fall off. Jeesh. Jeesh. Got ourselves a level up. HP generation, more harvesting. Tyler? Spawns a little guy that slowly shoots 10 piercing lightning projectiles around it for 10 damage. Why am I only just now learning about Tyler? Yeah, welcome aboard, bud. It's Tyler! Look at him shoot his electricities. Wow. What's up, Tyler? How you doing? If I feel are some of those damage zones coming out of our wrench because they're doing like more damage than I thought they'd be doing, despite the fact that we have like lower melee modifications. I guess it's not zero, so I'll probably do at least decent enough damage. Maybe. I don't know. There's a couple of crates. Looking good. Looking good. What do we got? More harvesting. Crit chance. More range. Another minigun. We'll lock you. We will lock you. Oh yeah, tear him up. Tear him up. Engineering time. I almost feel like I should play like a cowbell. It's like, now it's time to play the engineer. Oh god. Oh god, I have no damage now. Now that's engineer time. Shit. At least the crits, like, it makes me do 2 damage instead of 1. Amazing. So helpful. So incredulously helpful. Plus that like minus elemental? Okay. More attack speed might be kind of funny. I'm doing it. Okay. Pistol. An actual ranged weapon. Wow. Okay, we'll combine you. We'll get you. Combine you. Combine you. Get ourselves a pistola. Get all this. And we're good. Oh yeah. Now I have the strength. At least still halfway through the wave, in which case I lose the strength deeply. So until then, I'm feeling pretty good. Okay. At least they're doing okay at killing out the little guys, I guess. You know, shooting a bunch of bullets, even if they do no damage, they're still doing something. They're still indeed doing something. A little something, something. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, more armor. Good chance. Incendiary turret. What do I do here? I think I got a revolver. And a medical turret. Some lifesteal and HP generation, because why not? Alright, let's see how we do. We are indeed doing some pretty decent damage with our ranged weapons. To the halfway point. Should probably be happening any second now. 1 second, Mafia. I'll be real quick. Okie doke, sorry about that. Let's finish up our run, one way or the other. Whether it goes well for us or poorly for us, we'll see. I think it's going well, but then again, I thought the last run was going well, and then I freaking died. So, you know, don't listen to me. I am not a legendary brotato analyst. I am not one of the greats sports brotato commentators of all time. Brotato's basically a sport if you think about it. When you get down to it, it's basically a sport. Alright, and we got a level. Nice. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll get more damage. We'll get more range. How much range do we even have? I don't care. I'm getting more of it. We really got a lot of range damage up, which is kind of concerning. Get the recycling machine. We'll re-roll here. I guess we'll get another medal. My crit chance is kind of in shambles right now. Ooh, that's kind of crazy. probably not gonna go for that, but that's kind of cool, I guess. Go Scepter. But yeah, we're doing 10 per each shot, which is cool. Or is that 10 per with our turret? Or our miniguns actually... No, we got a bunch of ranged weapons right now. Can't even really tell. I think it actually does give you a breakdown of how much each weapons do what, which is kind of cool. Although I don't think I've been looking at the specific tab that actually does that. So how each weapon has been performing in your run. I'm pretty sure there's something like that. And now our stuff gets converted to engineering and everything is terrible now. Well, we are still doing decent damage with our weapons, actually, even after the engineer part of the round. The engineer part, as I have dubbed it, was 8 armor while standing still. No, thank you. Severe lack of range damage. What's our speed, by the way? Yeah. Our dodge is also... Where is our dodge? Where is our dodge? Oh, it's actually 0. Let's actually get at least a little bit of dodge. Range damage, range, sure. Whatever. -5% item price. Why not? And I don't want to get the engineering because we don't actually have good engineering. We'll upgrade our revolver. We'll get some HP regeneration. And that'll do. Okay. We're in the engineer part now, and I'm dying. It's like you can, you don't even need to tell when the thing is blue. You can tell, but when you go in the engineer round, when your guns suddenly just become Q-tips, shooting Q-tips. Ooh. Yeah, I wasn't even scared. Range damage. Crit chance, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Little dude. More eyes. More alien eyes. What's 20? You take 1 damage per second? No. More range. 40% SP while standing still. Fuck it. That's probably such a bad idea. I'll go with it anyway. I kind of want the propeller hat, but... I'm a turret. Now now I drive the bus. Hey, little dude. I used to be just like you. Now I drive the bus. Kill. 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 The engineer round, so it is I who will be killed. I think the extra attack speed is actually kind of offsetting our damage reduction. And the football player. My bones. My bones are escaping my body. Damn. Well, today wasn't so bad in Session of Rotated. We did actually win a run and unlocked some new characters and unlocked a new tier difficulty. So you know what? It could have probably been worse. Look at how much stuff there is to unlock. Wait, what is this up here? Oh, survivors. There's so much to unlock in this game. Maybe I should play this more often on stream, but anyway, we had a pretty good session of it today. And yeah, that's Tato. It's a fun little roguelike. I think it's a little underrated, honestly. Pretty good survivor-like. But yeah, thank you to the Scoot, the Green Scoot, and the Fox for hanging out. And tomorrow, I guess I'll check out the Balatro Cryptid mod. Like I said a little earlier, it might be a good idea to get on some Balatro mods before they all end up breaking in the next gameplay updates. And, you know, it depends on, it's kind of a coin toss, depends on, you know, how much every, you know, mod developer wants to keep working on their projects, if they'll keep updating it for every major thing or not. Entirely up to them, but, you know, so I think now is a good time to get some mods under our belts. Because some of them might not work in the future. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow, Cryptid mod. And then next week on Tuesday is when we start something more long form. And I have a good idea what I want to do, since we're probably not going to have a chance to do something like that for a while, with the Switch 2 release being around the corner. Assuming I'm able to get my hands on one. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, you have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow with Balatro, Cryptid mod. And yeah, goodbye.